If you got any questions, put them in the chat in capital letters, and we'll try to answer them if we can. And Wendell with Bigfoot 911, and we got Miss Stacey Thrasher. She's going to tell us how she got into all this mess.
Oh, that's a long story.
Well, not really. It's only what, 2-3 years?
If you include the 20 years of paranormal before this,
well,
or don't include, excuse me.
Well, you just add whatever you want to add.
But yeah, it's probably been 2-3 years with this group of folks, but before that, it's probably 2 years prior, just jumping into moving over from the paranormal, because they kind of go hand in hand in my experience.
Hey, y'all, I'm not going to say hey to everybody, except hey, everybody. Hey, Misty. I will be watching a little bit of the chat, but I won't be responding to everybody on all the hellos and everything. Can you see them, Stacey?
I cannot see anything.
You should see.
But I do see the chat on my phone now. I brought it up.
Okay.
So I can kind of keep up a little bit. Not great, but Misty, Dog, Gary, Denise, Don, Billy. I'm seeing everybody. Judy, Rhonda. Hi. But
no, you still need to come on here because we got some things to talk about from that last time you was at the camp out.
Oh, I'm not going to say anything about that. But didn't he have some experiences?
Yes, he did.
I thought he did.
That's why I said he's got to come on and tell me about them.
I just know Billy told me he wasn't holding his hand. It was a fun camp out. Everybody was pretty much picking at each other, and that was a really fun camp out. It truly was. So anyway, back to, I guess, getting into this. I'd say maybe total 5 years. And this group about two or so years. But got into paranormal first, mainly because I had some things happen. The house we used to live in was very haunted. Seen a full body apparition walking down my hallway, things of that nature. And then I kind of started getting interested in Bigfoot, then learned about Dogman, that, and joined this group, and had never really had any interaction that I knew of at the time. I've since learned about some things that I've put together from childhood and kind of have, realized that maybe it's been around me my entire life.
Yeah.
But my first interaction was out there at the camp. And that was hearing what I assumed was a Bigfoot howl. And then the next time we were out there
which campfire was that?
That was the one that Mark and Rebecca done weekend camp out in May. The one that you just posted a picture of.
Oh, okay.
That was
that. I haven't showed no pictures on here yet.
Well, that you showed me. Sorry. We've been yik-yakking for the last hour. But and arguing for the last hour.
Yeah.
But anyway, then the next time was at the meet and greet. Didn't have all you guys had all the interaction up there around the fire pit area. We didn't have any much down there where the main campers were until everybody left. That's when it started kind of hopping that Sunday night. Seen a shadow, got to smell some lovely smells that were very stinky.
So with stinky, lovely smell. That's interesting. I've never heard them put that way before.
Well, let's do it this way. If you have been raised on a farm, it's not going to bother you. It smelled a lot like cow manure.
Okay.
And to my knowledge, there's no cows anywhere close down there.
No, there's not.
And that's what it was, cow manure mixed with something else. And I don't know what that smell is.
Yeah, Billy and them smelt that as well.
Okay, well, that was in October, so, but we smelled it when we were all sitting out around the fire pit that night. Well, then once we went back to our camper, it was strong coming in the window. So that made me wonder if it was fairly close by.
It was close by. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was very strong. But that's the night that I seen a shadow go across Mark and Rebecca's camper. So, yeah, stinky. Sorry. But then the next time we were down there was between Christmas and New Year's. Us and another couple went and camped just by ourselves. Didn't really get much interaction until the last night we were there, at least that I knew of, till the last night we were there. And everybody, we'd gone to bed. It was probably, I'd say, anywhere from 11 to 12 o'clock that night. I normally, when everybody else is going to sleep, I'm staying up playing on tablet, and that's what I was doing. I had all the lights out. Well, all of a sudden, I started hearing a huge pack of coyotes start yipping. Just yip, yip, yip. And it was like they were on one side of our camper. Then all of a sudden, I hear this just deep, loud. It was just so loud. Howl. It wasn't like a Bigfoot howl. It was more like a dog howl, like a wolf howl.
Yeah.
And it just, as soon as it started howling, those coyotes just shut up just like that. I mean, they just shut down. It was almost like it was telling them, shut up. I'm big dog here. Shut up.
Yeah, that's the howl I heard at 4 o'clock Sunday morning on the first Woodwalkers camp out down there.
Oh, I didn't know about that one.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. And it sounded like it was like on the other side. Like as you're going into the camp, going up that hill, there's that kind of ravine there on the right side of the road.
Yeah.
Kind of sounded like it was coming from somewhere in that area. And nobody else heard it. The bad part is I woke Brian up to hear it, and it was very deep as well. Much deeper than even any coon dog I've ever heard. You know how a coon dog has that deep bay? Right. It was deeper than that.
That sounds like the one I heard coming over Baines Cap Road up at Fort McClellan.
Okay. Well, I wish Brian could remember hearing it, but unfortunately he was half asleep, and now he doesn't remember me waking him up whatsoever. Because I woke him up to say to
hear it.
One, to hear it, and two, to say that is definitely not a coyote, right?
Yeah.
Because just wanted a little verification. But that was pretty much it for that night. Then we went back in June. That's when the main action happened. When I had that one that waved at me for 3 or 4 hours in the woods there.
Yeah.
Which, Gary basically was able to communicate with it and tell me he is a little juvenile. He likes me for some reason, very much.
Yeah.
Very much. He's followed me home. And then Labor Day weekend, we went back out there and camped. The first night we were there, it was just us. That was it. Us. There was nobody else out there.
That's what you looked when I first seen you.
That is not me, you goober.
Oh, I had to do that for you.
Hey back. I'll get you, Wendell. I'll get you. I just won't feed you.
Okay.
No more fried okra for you.
Oh man, I had to do that.
But anyway, this last time we were there, I'm probably jumping way ahead, but I figured us to.
Jessica's jumped in there.
Oh, hi, Jessica. This last time, like I said, we were there the first night. We had a little fire pit going, and it just felt like something was watching us the entire time. That afternoon, he and I both heard a huge, like something heavy stepped on a big limb.
That was this last time you was down there.
Yes, which is Labor Day. Yes, Labor Day.
That would be that weekend there.
Yes. Yes. Well, it sounded like it was coming from the back towards the right side of that picture. Back off in the woods, back in that area. It's where the snap sounded like it come from.
If y'all see the red dots on that tree, on the trees, she found some tracks and stuff. I'll be showing them in a minute. So that I just put that up there for y'all to see where we're talking about, because the 2 trees over here on the right hand side with the 2 dots is where the tracks were at behind it.
Yes, and the other one had tracks too. They all 3 had tracks. Or tracks / the pine straw had been deeply disturbed, like they were playing in it with their feet, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know how a kid, when they're kind of bored standing there for a little while, they'll start scuffing their feet around? That's what it reminded me of. That's
right there. You can see the track right there, and some toes right there.
Yeah, and I didn't have anything for reference. I am not into this. I'm more of an experiencer than anything. But go. I was going to say go to the one where you can really see where the. I think it's the same one.
Yeah.
The
I thought
other
you were going
one.
back to that one for something.
No, I was going to tell you to go to the one where you can really see where it's real scuffed up.
It's going to take me a second to find it.
Okay. But anyway, then the next night, like I said, we heard a few little things. I did, right after I heard that tree crack or snap, the branch on the ground, what sounded like somebody stepped on. I heard what sounded like 1 or 2 footfalls after that, but that's it. And
That one?
yeah, it's very hard to tell.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, but it was all the way down to the ground.
Yeah, I can see where the pine straw has been pushed up right there.
Right, and it was like that from the entire foot, the wood line, all the way to behind those trees, which I would say is what, 30 foot or better to that first tree. It was like that about every 4 foot, like they were playing. I mean, we could not figure out anything else that would have necessarily done that.
Yeah.
That was basically 2 feet side by side, because that's the way it was. Where it was scuffed up, both feet would be within a foot of each other. Now
right.
that
the path.
Yeah, that's back in December. That is down there close to the road where Pat and Joe, like to camp at.
Okay. That's down there close to where I saw that 9-foot shadow. The last time we camped down there.
Yes. And it just struck me because it's not a deer path.
No, it's too
Deer
big.
may use it, but yeah, it was a good 1.5 to 2 foot wide. But about 10 foot in to that path, there was a big wallered out spot. It looked like something had sit there maybe at some point. I kind of figured maybe back in October that whatever it was in there, sitting in there watching everything that was going on at the meet and greet. That is on that same path, and he is 6'1", and he can barely touch it with the tip of his fingers.
Right.
That's tree breaks. That's on that same path. Or should I say limb breaks, sorry. You got the...
It takes me a minute to find them because...
slow. Just slow. Old.
Now, I got a whole bunch of pictures in here, and it scattered them throughout the whole thing.
Ah.
So I have to actually scroll through about 40 different pictures.
Billy, you got that right. Deeply disturbed.
There's the other tree break or limb break.
But there was more. I mean, there was just about all the way through.
Yeah.
That path. And they did look like they were a couple of months old. So that's what, from October till December, that's what made me think that happened at the meet and greet.
It's possible. Or
anything's possible. But yeah.
Let's see here. We got... I'll do this one.
I guess I should go back to June and explain, because like I said, that was my impression of what it looked like. I thought looked like toe prints, but I am no tracker.
Well, it does kind of look like it a little bit to me. Seeing how much bigger I got it on my screen than probably what y'all are seeing. But anyhow, see.
Oh, I agree, Gary. And I think they were hanging around this last time, Labor Day, too.
Okay. I don't know if I need to show these other few pictures or not, but I will if I can find them. Make sure I don't show the same one over again.
Yeah, that pine straw is hard to. That's why I asked if I sent you the same one over again. But since June, I think they have. Now that's without the little red drawing.
Yeah.
But since June, I do believe I've had visitors at my house because we've had some crazy stuff going on. Hi, Jean.
She says her nephew got a bear. I wish somebody bring me some bear meat. I'd like to try it.
That's a big bear.
Yeah.
Was that up there where you live? Will do, Billy. Now that's the one where they were. It was coming up the tree line all the way up to that tree.
Yeah, and I can see. Looks like at least 3 toes right there. You want to say anything else about it?
Yeah, I'm trying to look. I was trying to figure out what you're seeing 3 toes.
Right, 1, 2, 3, right there. Maybe 1 big toe and 2 there and 1 on the end, or 2 on this end. It's just on a. See.
I'm just wondering if you're on the same picture.
Well, you see my mouse, don't you? Circling right there.
No, I do not.
Okay. But anyhow, there's his feet over there. And then there's the 3 marks right there.
Trying to see if I see it on my phone. The picture you have up is literally about every 4 feet. There's a huge disturbance in the pine straw.
Right.
And it was all the way from the tree line to the tree that they were standing behind, peeking at us, watching us that Saturday night.
All right. I think I showed just about all the pictures there.
So. Yeah. Like I said, I got to get better at, if I'm going to get any kind of evidence, I got to get better. I need you to keep me a tape measure with me. hey, we'll have to watch him on that with that tape measure. He'll be measuring things he shouldn't be measuring.
Maybe.
But anyway, since June and me having so much interaction with that juvenile. You know, and it leaving me a gift and me leaving it a gift and it taking it and everything. He's been visiting me in several different ways. He's messing with my car. I have automatic lights in my car.
You didn't say that this was going on at your house.
Yes, some of this is going on at my house.
Yeah, you didn't say that. You made it sound like it was still at the campsite.
Okay.
So yeah, for everybody that's listening, she's got stuff going on at home too.
Yes. I thought that was okay. Since June, we've had stuff going on. Three times now. My automatic lights that I never touch. My husband doesn't drive my vehicle. I don't even go any place at night, really, to touch them anyway. But I never touch them. They have been turned from automatic to on 3 times. This past weekend, I know for a fact, I know we got home Friday. I got out of the vehicle. They were not on. We did not go anywhere all weekend. Monday, I get in the vehicle, take my husband to work, come home, get in there, realize my lights are on automatic. Automatic changed over to on. Because if you try to get out of the car with him in the on position, it'll just keep screaming at you. But luckily, they go off after X amount of time to conserve your battery.
Right.
But the crazy part about it is there was a camera on my car the entire weekend because my car door is only about 5 feet away from my back door, my kitchen door, where I have a camera. And you see nothing. There's no human that messed with my car all weekend.
Well, Mark has been having the same issues at his house on his cars and tractors both.
Well, that's actually, with talking to Mark, made me realize, because I had not put it together.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, well, that's weird. Why does this keep happening? I wasn't putting it together with this.
Yeah.
So now I was talking to Mark the other night, and he was telling me some of the things that he's had happening in the last couple of weeks, and that made me go ding ding ding. And so I talked to Gary about it, and he's like, "Yeah, he's been coming to you." Do what?
Debbie said she had something scary happen today, and I told her to tell us what it was.
Absolutely. But also, I'm not going to say I'm gifted in any way, but I do have my moments.
Yeah, you do.
You can. I'm going to get you. But I can't explain things. I've always had the ability to know stuff before it happens. I believe that, Henry. But oh, he is definitely Gary.
Oh,
and Wendell, believe it or not, I know where you live.
Yeah, I've told you enough times. You ought to know.
Well, you've never actually, you told me about where you live, but I actually looked it up on the map and found you.
Okay, good.
But
Come on by sometime.
might do if I'm ever up in that area. I'm hardly ever up that way anymore these days.
Yeah.
15 years ago, yeah, I was up there a lot in Anniston. But anyway, what I was going to say is it's hard to rationalize. You're sitting there, you know what your inner voice sounds like. Everybody does. And all of a sudden, you get something just come through your mind that is a deep, gruff man's voice. And I've had that happen 2 or 3 times now.
I got my mic muted because I got Nancy and them coming in. So you just keep on talking.
Gary. He'll probably be done something by then too to deserve a bruising. So we'll get him. Christmas. You know, there is a creek out there. We can drag him out in that. But
yeah, there's a creek there, and maybe we both wind up in it.
Might do it. Who you think's coming out on top?
The creature from the Black Lagoon, maybe.
If that's what you want to call me. Hey, Wendell, hell hath no fury like a redhead.
Yeah, but you're not red no more.
Darling, just because it's fading to white don't mean I ain't still got a redhead attitude. That I got, and the temper to go with it. Ask my husband.
Oh, yeah, I know. I've been around you enough to know that you can be a little feisty.
Oh, that's crazy, Debbie. The question is that paranormal or more on the Bigfoot end of it? Right, Gary? Well, I didn't know what it was. I could see a silhouette of, and by the way, I've named my juvenile admirer Teddy. And I've been told by a couple of people that that's very close to his guttural. If you took out the guttural sound of his name, that's very close. And don't ask me where I got it, because I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I didn't know what that was. Why they were leaves just waving at me with this silhouette, but no other leaves were moving. So yeah, I can imagine my eyes were pretty big. But,
yeah.
And you know, I really do kind of feel like this last time they were hanging around down there around us, possibly in a little bit of protection mode.
Okay.
I mean, there's some bad stuff down there too.
Yeah, I've been told that there's some bad mojo down there. Not everything's peaches and cream.
I did not know that, Billy. When did that happen? Was that in June as well?
Roger said there was something reached out from under the bush after that watermelon, and Heather seen it. Dark, hairy arm.
Mm. Yeah, because I don't think anybody ever actually went back to check and see if after the first day or so of them putting that watermelon out, did they?
I don't know about over there beside Roger, but the ones they put out in front of me with the piece of ham or whatever it was with the watermelon on that log, they both got gone.
Mm. Oh, thank you, Catherine. I just had to go. I had to go to the doctor today, so.
Gary's talking about something I found in the video today. I
That doesn't surprise me.
I thought it was a dog man, and two other people here seen it on my video. They said it was. They said it was a dog man too.
Apparently, your pup thinks so too.
Yeah, they just.
I got some sad news for you. Will you eat it?
Yeah.
But he wanted we done got battery and everything.
Bigfoot dwarf. That day he waved on and off at me for 3 to 4 hours, and I'd wave back at him. It become a game. It really did, and I think he's very young-ish, but I mean, I as far as how they go in years, knowing that Gary's big man is over 100, I would think, one that's even 10 to 15 years old would still be a juvenile.
Okay.
That's not good.
That's actually, it's good to know that there's one there.
Well, I knew there was one there.
I mean,
Is it that same one that we trust, Gary? No names.
Bye, Henry.
Bye.
No, that's the good one, he says.
No, he said, this is not the good one.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Bye.
Well,
because I'm not making fried chicken.
that's a good button to have. I guess we're going to become lit readers for Wendell for right now. But anyway, I've just had some things going on since learning about things that happened in my childhood that now make sense to me that I had no idea back then. Apparently, they have been around me my entire life. They used to occasionally run me out of the woods because I was just a little girl by myself, didn't have anybody else to play with. Where we lived, only child, and I would play in the woods. And occasionally something would run me out. And a source that I trust basically told me that they were doing that because there was something in there that was going to hurt me. But from the time of being a little girl up until I was grown, they were certain areas right there behind our house that I stayed scared of. They had bad feeling to them.
Don says he wants to see that video. I'm going to see if it'll play on here.
Maybe. I want to see it too.
I couldn't send it to Gary because it wouldn't go through.
It might have been too big.
It was to go through. Let's see.
What did Gary? The bad dog man?
Actually, this thing's not going to show me a video to throw up.
Will it let you post it on Facebook?
I've got part of one on Facebook of an orb that I caught, but I can't get the one that we're talking about with the dog man to show up good enough to post it.
Right. Gary, it makes me wonder if that's the one that was there at Christmas when we were there. I mean, I'll put it this way. Billy may remember this. I think it was the second night that at camp in June after I got there. He was telling me about some things that he had seen, which that's his story. I'll let him tell it. But after he told me about that night, he would always watch to make sure I got in my camper safely because I was down there by myself with the camper and everybody else was up on the other end. Well, the first night I went to the camper, didn't feel nothing bothered me. You know, the second night I went to go to the camper, I couldn't get in that camper fast enough because it just felt really bad. It felt like there was something evil.
Bye, Val.
Over there to the left side of my camper. All right, you got dead air, Wendell. Either ask some questions or.
Well, it's your show. You tell what you want to talk about.
You're the host. You're supposed to ask questions.
I
want to make you work.
Yeah, right. You said you had paranormal stuff going on before you got into Bigfoot. When did that start?
Good gosh. 30 years ago?
Okay, tell us about it.
Well, I mean, it was never anything that felt malicious, ever. I knock on wood, I have never had anything around me that felt malicious. But yeah, I was sitting there one night, sitting on the bed, and I was facing this way. My door was to the left of me for my bedroom door that went out into a hallway. Well, at one end of the hallway was my kitchen. At the other end of the hallway was my living room. And then 2 bedrooms, one on each side of the hallway. And I'm sitting there, and I thought I see my husband walk up the hallway, and I was going to ask him to throw me something from in the kitchen as he come back by. Well, I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting there. I hear him moving around in the kitchen. And then after about 5-10 minutes, he hasn't gone back to watch TV. And that's I knew that was unusual. So I get up, I walk to the doorway, and I look into the living room, and there he sits. I'm like, how did you get back down the hallway without me seeing you? And he goes, I ain't moved in 3 hours. I'm like, and then it dawns on me, he's wearing a black shirt. What I saw walk up the hallway has a red shirt on.
Okay.
And there used to be many nights. Most people know that he's a truck driver, so I'm by myself a lot. Many nights that I would hear something in the kitchen just moving around, piddling around in the kitchen, dishes clacking, just, it wasn't nothing for you to be standing there and something go flying off the top of the refrigerator. But like I said, it never, ever felt malicious.
Yeah.
I've had, since we moved, maybe 1 or 2 little things, but they were all revolved around death. Nothing big since we moved, so I think whatever it was attached to that house, possibly. Although I do tend to believe the apparition I seen was his brother that had gotten killed in a car wreck in 2002. I mean, he stayed at our house all the time, so. But I can't say 100% that's what I seen. But
Nancy had a bread sheet thrown at her.
He does, Don. He does.
Hey, everybody. I had a bread sheet in the dish drainer, and it just fell on top of me, flying at me. And ain't nobody around.
So you see, we got it here too.
Yeah, because you had weird stuff happen there.
We've had our names called. 3 of us have.
Smells, cooking smells. Didn't you say?
That was in the old house where I used to live in Heflin.
It sounds like whatever it is has followed you.
It may have. I'd like to talk to the fella up there that moved in and see if they still have it.
Well, I mean, I didn't ever have any of that growing up. But I will say that the house, our old house that we lived in, was the house that my mother grew up in. So it was very old. And for a while, it was a rental house for probably 20 years. And then once I got grown, my grandmother left it to me, and my husband and I moved into it. Started kind of trying to fix it up a little bit and move into it. And I guess in that time period, maybe all the people that had lived there I don't know. I don't know why it becomes so haunted.
Maybe it was on one of them parallel lines like we're on the 33rd down here.
Possibly. Possibly. Well, Mark says we're on it here too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This
No. I don't know. I've heard that, but I don't know much about it. No more than odd stuff happens. But Silicaca has had a lot of odd stuff.
okay, Tennessee Cherokee said he just got in here and hadn't heard the whole story, so you have to start all over.
Basically, sorry. Let me see. Okay, that's not really everything that I have had happen, because, like I was telling Wendell, at the campground is not the only place that we've had stuff happen. I've had 2 different times. One when Mark and Rebecca last April, when they did a fire pit at the grist mill. They were on live, and we heard that, typical Bigfoot howl. And it was a nice howl. We've heard that. Well, later that night, we're all sitting. It's me, Mark, Rebecca. Who else was there? Seems like it was another one or two people there. And we were hearing something. It was not anything that we could recognize as to what it was. Because one second it would sound like it was close up, next second it'd be far away, close up, far away. And in different areas, but it wasn't anything we could recognize. But also, we have camped there when the group was not camping. And this was the very first time I ever tried any of the mental stuff. And that night, there is probably about 10 Muscovy ducks that run around there, and probably about 4 to 6 geese that run around there. And most of the time at night, birds will bed down. Well, on and off that entire night, those ducks screamed bloody murder, like something was after them. Well, I woke up about 4 o'clock that morning, and I thought, okay, I'm going to try this. And now this may be completely coincidence, but I had not heard the birds in probably an hour or better. And I thought, I just put it out there. If there's anything, if you're out there, could you make some kind of noise that would tell me that you're hearing me? It wasn't 2 to 5 seconds later, those ducks started screaming. Could have been coincidence. Probably was, but it was a weird one. And we know they're down there because we've heard the howls.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it's not the only place that we've had a little bit of interaction with things.
Well, have you had your name called anytime like that?
Not, I can't say yes or no, because I have woke up And I wasn't sure if my name was being called, if I was dreaming my name was being called, or if my name really was being called.
Yeah, I thought the same thing when I woke up from it. But
exactly.
since I was outside, away from everybody, and I wasn't asleep, then I knew it wasn't a dream.
Well, let me tell you what happened to me last Saturday morning. I was laying there, and I've been working on trying to open myself up more to where maybe I can communicate. And I'm laying there, and like I said, I'm just kind of just not really asleep, but not ready to jump up out of the bed either. And all of a sudden, I hear in a male voice, a deep male voice, "Does it hurt much?" Only thing I can
Did you
figure. Do what?
Did you answer it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I did, but I just don't know which he meant. If he meant the back stuff, and the reason it makes me wonder is if that's why he was asking me that is because I had been hurting pretty bad earlier.
Yeah.
So it was odd. I've never in my life, like I said, I know what my internal voice sounds like, and it does not sound like a big, huge, gruff guy. I mean, does yours sound like a little squeaky girl?
No.
All right, then.
But they were female voices that I was hearing.
But it wasn't your inner voice.
No.
Coming through your mind.
No.
And that's what I'm saying. I never knew I had it.
Yeah.
I had it, but I didn't know what it was until recently. My entire life, I'd get images of people, places, never knew what they were. Never. What that is?
That one right there. Hillary is a mess.
Yes, she is. I got a feeling me and her could get in some trouble. Right, Tammy? I mean, and they were screaming all night long. Loud. Like something was after them. Like a predator was after them. Gary, they do, because he has once. I remember dreaming it, but I don't remember what the interaction was. Somebody keeps telling me I'm not listening hard enough. And that I'm no fun. Because I'm not hearing him like he wants me to hear him.
People keep sending me messages on Facebook. We need to get Hillary out here to one of our get-togethers.
Absolutely. But hey, Hillary, a big old mess, but the best kind. The best kind.
Absolutely. Oh. Well, we've made it right at an hour.
That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me, Gary. I think he's probably got a good sense of humor. I talk to him. I just can't hear him talk to me some.
Absolutely, Hillary.
We all have to have a little attitude. Wouldn't be ourselves if we didn't.
Absolutely.
Well, he should be laughing at Wendell.
You got anything else you need to talk about that you run across?
That's been it so far. I'm hoping to get back out there again soon. I'm hoping that we have some interaction at Pine Glen.
I am too.
I'm
throwing the two boys out there in a tent, so maybe they could be bait.
They bring them back probably.
Especially Elvis. He would run them crazy in a hurry.
They done pretty good Saturday.
Yeah, they did good. I gotta give them credit.
Yeah, about time we were saying they left their jackets. We were just fixing to start all trying to holler at you to get you to stop. I guess they realized it.
Yeah.
Me too, Billy. Me too.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to move down here in Alabama, Billy. That's all there is to it.
Debbie, I was just trying to share what's highlights, basically highlights of everything, and not just completely rehash what I step by step what I told on Mark's show.
That's good. That makes for an interesting show, and not just repeating everything again and again and again like some of these folks do out here.
Well, you're only the second person I've ever talked to, and this is my first live. So
yeah, she told Mark there's a goober that I was a goober, and I said this goober's going to get her live this time.
well, am I? No, I told Rebecca you're a goober.
Yeah, that's right.
And you are for putting pictures on your Facebook that you take that people are so unsuspecting of.
Well, that's what makes them dwindled.
Well, you got Wendell in June, didn't you?
Yeah, I've got a few times, so I ain't kicking it. It's all fun.
Billy, it feels good down here right now. It's not that. I mean, it's what, mid-80s?
Let's see. My phone was telling me what the temperature is, but it's not right now. Let's see weather.
It's probably about 79, 80.
Exactly, 79 is what it says right now.
Considering you're more north than I am, it's probably about 80 where I'm at, which is here where Mark lives in Sylacauga. Matter of fact, we live about 7 miles exactly from Mark and Rebecca. Hey, Chad.
Who was that?
Chad.
Hey, Chad. I told him he looked like he was from Alpha Centauri the other day. And he said it. No, he was from further away.
I don't think you're going to get anything over on him.
Star, be quiet, girl.
Well, she wants to be the star.
Well, she is the star, that's for sure.
My girl's over here snoring. She ate dinner and she's snoring now. I fed her early so I could do this. And she's missing her debut again.
Yep.
Hey, she's got an audience. She's got a fan base.
All the dogs do. Sister, Honey,
Yep.
all of them.
She even has a fan base at Home Depot. Don't tell everybody that's the reason she has a fan base is because we are constantly in Home Depot. That's my favorite store. I ain't your typical woman. I'd rather go to Home Depot than any dress store or whatnot.
Yeah, I keep having to mute my microphone because of her.
And your phone is incredibly loud.
Yeah. Well, I have to have it loud to hear it. I'm getting old and can't hear and can't see, can't walk. So I don't do a whole lot of nothing except lay around and watch YouTube.
You know, if you get up and move, you wouldn't be getting old so fast.
Yeah. Well, if it didn't hurt so much to move, I would.
Wendell, I wouldn't know what it was like not hurt, but I still move. I'm just telling you, if there's people out there, and I've been in pain management now for nearly 25 years.
Yeah.
And you got to keep moving. You can't let it win. You cannot let the pain win.
Yeah, that's why I try to get out and go camping every chance I get, where I can at least be out moving around a little bit.
Me too, Don. I got a nice collection of power tools. Now, granted, they're just Ryobi. I don't buy the big Milwaukee, the expensive brands because I'm not a builder. Those really do what?
I said you tear up everything. Oh, I gotta give you a hard time. You know that.
Well, they're good. They're good little. They're a good brand for an intermediate beginner. They really are, and plus they're affordable. I'll put it this way: I had a little shrubber that it was just a little power shrubber. Oh my goodness, we've got thunder going. This is the first rain we've had in weeks.
Tennessee says he loves Talladega. Are you going to come to our camp out next week? I mean, on the 26th.
That's right. We'll be in Talladega National Forest.
Yes, Don, I am.
Always. I'm going to give him a gold shovel pretty soon. He's king of digging that hole.
Well, I got several different size shovels that I had for prospecting, so I don't.
There might be some places around in there to prospect that.
There are places in the Talladega National Forest where you can pan, but you can't use a sluice box or anything like that. It's just pan and shovel.
Right.
And there's places that they forbid it. So I figure places that they forbid it, good places.
You do know that there is a place in Talladega, over there off Talladega Creek, that they called it the gold mines. That's what it was called, gold mines. And basically, by the time I come along, it's where we all went to mud ride. Well, there was an area that went down to some caves. I wish I knew then what I know now about caves and things of that nature.
Right.
But we saw the caves and stuff back in there. And, they did gold mine in there.
Yeah. Right around Waldo, there was several gold mines in there.
Yeah, this would have been out towards Waldo. If you went down 77, it was right before you got into Waldo. I don't know if you remember the old Talladega Creek Bridge
right there in that horseshoe, almost a horseshoe turn where 77 crosses.
There is a full if you're going towards Waldo, if you go to the right, it goes back out to Bernie Station Road and out that way. If you go to the left, it goes back out to Stockdale.
Yeah.
You would have went to your right, and that would have taken you out to the gold mines. And the thing about the cave that we went to, I think it was either a cave or a mine at some point.
Yeah.
Because it was probably 20, 30 feet from the actual Talladega Creek.
Well, down there at Cragford, where that Alabama Gold Camp is, they got a old mine across the creek from it, a cave.
Tammy, we're going to keep it here for a little while because we have not had rain in about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Nothing. I cut grass yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, and it was more like just cutting dust bowl. That's how dry it's already gotten. Oh, it is coming down here.
It was last week we had a pretty decent storm up here.
We haven't had anything here.
We had a little bit of rain a while ago that, just sprinkled a little.
Billy, I don't doubt it. My hubby said that he's up between me and you. He's somewhere up in that region, and he said it's been raining.
Well, maybe it's not thunder that you're hearing. Maybe it's something else.
Oh, it's thunder. Yeah, this, like I said, hey, this will be good for my okra.
I can hear it. Hey, Patrick jumped in again.
Hey, Patrick.
Happy birthday.
You can't throw anything at me.
And happy birthday to you again, and Patrick, and I forget who else has a birthday right.
We got a lot of Virgos.
Yeah.
I think Chad and Erica's Virgos.
Chad's one of the birthdays
Mhm.
right here close by, and I think Jeff too, ain't he?
I'm not sure.
I hear them, but I don't really keep up with them.
Oh, that sucks, Carl.
Oh. that ain't fun.
I was gonna say, if you hadn't had a chance to meet Patrick, he's a cool guy.
You got 3 people: Gary, Billy, and Patrick. If you don't meet nobody else, you got to meet them 3.
Absolutely, I agree. They are all great guys.
They
Sweet.
work.
They're all sweethearts.
They do more work around camp than anybody I know of.
Nobody can keep up with Gary. He does so much.
I'm telling you, no wonder he's wearing himself out so much.
Absolutely. And we constantly, Gary, sit down. Gary, stop. Gary, he don't listen. He's hard headed.
Yeah, he is. He posted a video the other day of him out there on his tractor getting up hay in the heat. He shouldn't be doing that. Unless it's got air conditioning.
Chad, you better be glad you clarified that, or she gonna get you. I beg to differ, Gary.
Yeah, he set up tents and stuff,
and help him set up campers and changing out my propane regulator on my camper.
Like I say, Gary's into everything everywhere throughout the camp.
Yep.
He's
On top of cooking.
on top of cooking, yes. And he's a good cook too.
Yep. But come Christmas, though, he's not. We're not going to let him do anything.
Yeah, I hope he gets to camp down there with everybody.
I hope so. I mean, I hope nothing comes up that he's not able to come, because I look very forward to seeing Gary in December.
Me too.
Woo! Bottom's falling out here. Dadgummit, that means I'll have to cut grass again.
Yep.
Thought I could get away with not cutting next week if it didn't rain. Just as soon as I said that.
Well, that's good, Gary. Maybe she can drive part of the way so you don't get so tired too.
Yeah. Yeah. And maybe she'll enjoy herself too with our crazy bunch.
I'm sure she will. Because we've always had a good time when we get together.
Always. Always. I mean, we have got a good group. We really do.
Everybody's rock, Tammy. We need to get Gene to come sometime.
I
And
know. I'm trying to get her to move close to me. What you talking about?
well, that's a good idea. Get her to move over here.
I told her, I said, she was telling me that she's looking maybe, and I told her, I said, she was talking about how expensive everything is up there. I told
Yeah,
her, I said, move to a cheaper state.
exactly.
Because, I mean, I know for a fact the South is a lot cheaper than the North or the West
Alabama's cheaper than Georgia,
yeah,
and we're
they are.
next door.
Yeah. But now I think Mississippi may be a tad bit cheaper than Alabama. I'm not sure.
And like to get old river to come across that big water.
That's a heck of a plane ride.
Yeah,
Not one I would want to do.
Gene,
I tried, but she gave me her reason why she can't, and I understand it.
ain't she in Texas? Where's
Who?
she at? Gene.
Uh, I don't know if she wants me to say. I'll let Gary make that call.
Well, we've made almost an hour and a half. Are you about run out of stories or?
I'm out of stuff as to what's happened to me. I'm here for the ride
Oh,
and to aggravate you.
yeah, it's an hour from the Canada line. That's a long way across the country.
She's up around the UP.
Yeah, I've drove up to Grass Lake a couple of times, but I hadn't made it to the Upper Peninsula.
I've never been that far. I've been up through Michigan. I think so far I've been to like 33 states.
Well, I had an aunt that lived up there at Grass Lake, Michigan, just outside of Jacksonville, between Jacksonville and Ann Arbor. And when my father got sick and was about to die, he asked that I come see him. So I flew up there for that, and then I drove back a couple of times after that.
Carl, I believe it. And I can understand why Louisiana is high.
Yeah, they have to rebuild every time there's a hurricane coming.
Right. Right. But I mean, we've got Gulf Coast, but it does. I mean,
We're
I'd say
not as far down that way as
right.
folks
Our
are.
Gulf Coast does not get hit nearly as much as
Louisiana,
Louisiana and Mississippi.
Texas, and we're not below ground as like they are. Hey, which James King is that? Is that my cousin?
Carl, I have not. I've been a lot of fishing a lot of different ways, but not crawfishing.
Yeah, James, if you hit that subscribe button, then you'll and all the top bell, then you'll be getting all the shows.
and the notifications. And if by chance you don't get a notification, come back go to the specific show, take the notification off and put it back on again. Because I've had to do that with shows before because I wasn't getting notifications. No, Tammy, no. But she lost one of her babies recently, and that hurts.
Yeah. And it don't matter whether it's a dog, cat, or human. It hurts.
I'll be honest. I've grieved over my dogs harder than I have some humans.
Yes.
They're with you 24/7. Most humans are not.
Yep.
They see you at your best. They see you at your worst.
Yeah.
And they don't care.
No, they will love you regardless. Unless you're really mean to them.
And then I hope they bite you in the butt if you are.
Exactly. But some of them will love you then too.
Unfortunately, yes, I've seen that. Because sometimes it's the only attention they get. And it's sad.
Yeah. So I guess James.
Patrick, I'm glad you are.
I guess James is saying yes, he's my cousin. So he cooked me a good meal when I went and visited him. He had the fried okra. I forget what all we had, but the fried okra was good. The butter beans, cornbread, sliced tomato and onions. There's something else. I forget what it was now, but it was good, doggone good.
Hillary, I'm sorry. It's hard, especially when you have to make that decision. It's hard.
Yes.
I mean, it's one thing when they pass away, but when you have to make that decision, and I'm sorry, that is the last thing you can do for them is take them out of pain. I mean, there's some people that don't believe in doing that, but that, to me, that is the last thing you can do for them. Don't exactly, Hillary. Old and in pain.
Well, I wish you'd got here earlier, James, where you could have heard all the stuff. You just have to go back and rewatch it again later. And
if you want the full story of the juvenile wave and go, what was the name of that one that I did with Mark?
I don't remember that name.
I don't either. I never went back and watched it. I didn't want to see me.
James, if you got gas money, come down here on the 26th and camp with us at Pine Glen.
That's right.
I know you tied on money with your monthly check just like I am, but if you get a chance, come on down.
Roger, you are right. Animals do treat us better than most humans.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and if you are wanting camp, please let one of us know so we can kind of know how many people to expect.
Yes.
Because that may,
I think we have maybe 8 people confirmed right now, and then a couple of maybes.
Yeah, we've got several maybes.
Okay, Gary, that's great.
Oh, yeah.
We get to spend a little time with you then.
Are you going to stay any longer than that? Than just the weekend? Because surely you're not driving 13 hours for 2 days and driving back.
If I was him, I'd at least go by Flat Rocks or Greg's while he was here.
Hillary, you're right. You are 100% right, Hillary. It's not fair. It's not fair for us to hold on because we're too selfish to let them go.
Yeah. Thursday to Sunday. Okay, great.
Ah, dang. I was hoping you would stay a little longer.
Well, he's there 4 days.
Yeah, but
It is kind of expensive.
I'm greedy. I'm greedy.
I know.
But I might since it's so close, I may, if he's going to be there camping, I may go on out and set up early.
Yeah.
Since I don't need help setting up. Not there.
Yeah, it says his van has to work come Monday.
Understandable. I understand.
Yes.
James, I think we're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah. We usually do.
We'll have us a good campfire. Pending no rain, but
Yeah.
and sit around and just jabber away.
We get to watch the 2 boys play in the creek.
What, after you push them in?
Maybe.
You know what? How much do you think they charge me to push you in?
They pay you a lot of money to do that.
No, how much do you think they would charge me? How much I could pay them to push you in?
Oh, I don't know. They might do it for free too.
Yeah, they might. They might. I'd never do that, Gary. I wouldn't tell her that you're hard. I'm sure she knows you're hard-headed and stuff of that nature. I don't need to tell her that.
Yeah, really.
That out. Oh, come right on, Carl.
Anybody's welcome.
The more the merrier.
$3 tonight.
Is it where do you pay? Is it like honorary system?
As soon as you come in, there's the billboard thing over on the right-hand side where you stop and you go find your campsite, then come back and pay for the site.
Well, that's what I was asking. Honorary system where you basically put it in a little box.
Yeah, you got a little envelope, but you tell them where all your information and stuff.
Okay. That's what I figured.
But the last time I was there wasn't no envelopes, so might have camped for free. I wouldn't do that.
Should have put some envelopes.
Really? I might throw the money in there and write on there on one of the bills what campsite I'm in.
Don, that would be an awesome thing to do, to be able to go around to all the different groups and meet everybody, because you've got groups all over this United States and Canada.
The biggest one is the Woodwalkers one. If you can get in on one of them, you get to meet a lot of people.
Our last meet and greet was over 120 people camping.
And there was more than that just came in for the day.
Yeah. We probably got up close to 40, 140 maybe.
I think there was over 150.
Oh, were they? I wasn't sure.
I think we probably got fairly close to 200 at LBL with people coming in and out.
Who can, Gary? I just make sure to try to set some back to do what we want to do.
Yeah, I know Spencer was talking about people being there not signing in. Carl, we're meeting at Pine Glen on the September 26th, 27th, and 28th.
Hey.
That's just like I say, only just a few folks have said they was coming, but anybody that wants to come is more than welcome. And it's only, like I say, only $3 a night. So it ain't like camping over there at the gristmill where it's $15 to $20 a night.
Well, wait, let's see. Paul and his son. Kathy and Garrett still maybes. Pending, she was getting Esma her truck today, but she said she was going to try to figure out a way if they can't get to it. But so that's just you, the boys. That's 3. Me and Brian. That's 5. Paul and his son. That's 7. That's 7 right there. And don't you got a couple more? Didn't you say your cousin?
It would be great if Greg could come because he could cook a big old pot of that gumbo or something.
Ooh, Don, that sounds good. We need you to come down here if you're doing all that.
Yeah, really. I think Greg did 8 or 10 Boston butts last time he came down.
You mean the one in May, or?
It was those Woodwalkers one anyhow.
Oh, okay. I didn't walk up there and eat that night because it was so dark. I was so tired, and I didn't want to do what I did in June, which is bust my butt and scare poor Billy to death.
Yeah. You have to watch them big pine cones out there. They will trip you.
Yes. And we're not talking a little pine cone like this. We're talking pine cones this big around. They are huge. And they are good 6 to 8 inches.
Pineapple.
Yes. That's no lie. They are huge.
I know Abby, she took a few of them home with her as souvenirs.
Good craft. Good size to do crafts and stuff with. But yeah. But I think we'll have fun. I'm still debating on if I'm gonna try to cook. I know I'm gonna cook, but and I hope it's cooled off a little bit too.
Yeah.
Because It's just it's not as fun camping when it's miserable hot.
Yeah, pine cones are good for fire starters as well.
And they also smoke a lot. They was last time we were no time before last when we were down at the camp. There was a couple that come in there with I guess they just come to sit out for a little while,
Yeah.
and all they were burning was pine cones. I mean, they just had this huge plume of smoke just going up. You know, Carl, they actually make stuff now that you can throw in the fire that changes the color of the flames.
Yeah.
I didn't know that till here recently when I was looking in the camping section. Crazy. $6 to throw it in the fire.
Well, just stop and think about how much you're paying for toilet paper to flush down the drain.
That does have a use, though.
Yeah, it does, but still, you're
To
flushing.
run it from stinking.
But you're still flushing it down the drain.
Only you, Wendell. Only you.
Oh, man.
Yeah. You about ready to call this?
Yes, ma'am. I think I am. I think we about got everything covered except for just sitting here shooting the breeze, which
That's it.
I'm good with that. Just as much as telling the stories.
Yeah. I mean, I love getting to know everybody. I mean,
I'm glad we got you on my show live.
I think I was supposed to done it way back yonder.
I think so too. But we finally got you. That's what counts.
That's absolutely life happens, and
now you got more stuff to talk about. So yeah, it worked
yeah,
out fine.
I'm just curious to see if it's going to continue. Maybe I won't bore Teddy, and he'll continue keep coming back.
We won't find out if Teddy's got any kin folks around Pine Glen.
Might have to see. I might tell him where I'm going, and
He might come up and visit.
Might.
Because it's the straight shot up through the woods. You don't have to. I think it's about 50 miles or more, 60 miles up there.
Well, I know. Yeah, that sounds about right because it's about 70 from my house.
Yeah, because it's an hour for me to come from Marks to my house, and it's a little bit further on over to Holland.
Well, you. I was gonna say, you don't necessarily have to come physically.
Huh?
Well,
I have to be there physically, or I ain't gonna be there.
you do, but they don't necessarily have to.
Well, that's true. That's true.
That's my understanding. So,
Yeah.
you could get Gary in here to talk more on that. Should have. He's my co-conspirator from June, so you should have got him on here.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I should have thrown the link in the chat for him.
Absolutely. James, it nearly was. Ankle breakers.
Yeah.
Those pine cones.
Yep.
I stepped on one walking through there that night, and Next thing I know, I was flat on my back. And that was not a good thing.
Well, Don, at least you're still with us, and you can get around some. That's a good thing.
That could have been a lot worse.
Absolutely. Yeah, I have a lot of.
Maybe next spring, Carl. I'm hearing mumblings that we might have one come spring.
Yeah, Spencer's talking about having one in the springtime, so that would be great. And if you can come in December when Mark has the Christmas dinner at the mill, that would be great.
That's not, if you're not getting full hookup for a camper, it's only $15 a night. If you're just camping in a tent or even boondocking with a camper, it's just $15 a night. Absolutely, Don. Absolutely. And we're back to lip reading.
I was talking to Nancy again.
Oh, hey, Gary, he can just join us.
We can do that down there.
We the slow crowd here. I have trouble too.
She's talking about camping at the Christmas dinner.
Oh, yeah.
She said she might bring the kids, all three of them.
Okay.
That'd be interesting to see all of them in a tent.
All four of them?
Yep. Well, her baby's daddy might come, so it'd be 5.
I hope it's a big tent.
Well, the one I got is a 4-person, but I think I got another one I could throw up that extra.
No. Let's go ahead and feed Elvis to the wolves.
She said she'd just go ahead and feed Elvis to the wolves.
Okay.
Oh.
She don't understand my 11-year-old, does she?
Oh, I know. I've heard stories. I was gonna say, and he probably come back. He probably come back leading the pack.
Probably.
Huh?
She said he probably come back leading the pack.
When?
Huh?
When? Yesterday?
No, when you feed him to the wolves.
Oh God.
Well, we're glad you did find us, James. And I'll talk to you later on the phone.
All right, call it.
All right. We're going to go to the end. You hang on for just a second before you get out.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.